Republican senators are torn right now about whether or not a crowded field is going to be good or bad for them in the 2024 primary. Now, plenty of Republicans understand the problem with a crowded Republican primary field. It's the same problem they had in 2016. If you have more people there, it dilutes the normal Republican vote and allows an extremist like Donald Trump to rise to the top, start winning primaries, and run away with the whole dang thing. That's what they're worried about, many of these Republican senators. But there's a handful of them who all have something in common, by the way, who seem to think it's a good thing that we have a crowded primary. And I'll get to them in a minute, but here's the Republicans who are a little concerned about what's happening. Republican Senator Mike Rounds from South Dakota said, quote, "Look, we were all concerned with the fact that we had 15 or 16 or 17 individuals vying for attention in the last one. We really don't want to see that happen again. We just don't." And again, it's because the last time gave you Trump. Then you have Republican Senator John Cornyn who says, "I do worry about that. Unfortunately, I don't have any control over that." So he's worried. But as I said, there's a handful that are actually excited about it. One of them is Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville. He says, with regard to Trump, he needs the challenge as well as anybody. They need to work for it. They need to fight for it. Lindsey Graham said, "We have an embarrassment of riches on our side." Now, the thing that those two idiots have in common, the two idiots who want a crowded Republican field, is that they're two of the 5 Republican senators who've already come out and endorsed Donald Trump. So of course they want a crowded field because they know what that's going to do to Donald Trump. It's going to elevate him. Don't believe me? Look at the polls. Recently, the Republican Club for Growth put out a poll that shows in a head-to-head matchup, Ron DeSantis crushes Donald Trump. But when it's Trump versus Ron DeSantis versus Nikki Haley versus Mike Pompeo versus Tim Scott versus other Republicans, Trump wins because DeSantis' support drops, but Trump doesn't. So the polls being put out by Republicans, and by the way, the Club for Growth has come out and said, yeah, we don't want Trump. But they're already showing that the more Republicans you have that are not Trump, the better it is for Trump. And by the way, that's also not the only poll that shows that. Yes, DeSantis will dismantle Donald Trump in a head-to-head matchup if they were the only 2 candidates, but they're not. We already have Nikki Haley. There's already rumors swirling that Republican Senator Tim Scott is going to throw his hat in. Mike Pompeo's been out there. You may even have Chris Christie. Ted Cruz still wants to run for president. You could have Chris Sununu. You could have Youngkin. You could have Hutchinson. You could have possibly Kristi Noem, maybe Kari Lake, who went to Iowa last week. You may have Josh Hawley. Suddenly, we're back in the situation where you have to have like 2 nights of debates because you got to have the kids' table debate. You got to have the regular candidate debate. And it all elevates Trump because his base is going to stay solid. They're going to support him. Everybody else, which is a much larger pool, is going to be split 10 ways. Trump wins in that situation. That's what these Republicans are terrified of because I don't care what the polls show now that are bouncing back and forth. Oh, Trump beats Biden. Biden beats Trump. Trump won't win a national election again. I'm very confident of that. But he can easily win a Republican primary, which is going to cost Republicans all across the ticket in 2024. This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.